Hello, investors. I hope you're having a great day. Gosh, it's Thursday, coming up to the 4th of July, which is pretty great. I had an okay week, but I wanted to kind of cover a few things. I'm titling this video, When to Sell a Runner IMO, which is in my opinion. So I'm going to cover and kind of go through the things that I look at and see when it's time to sell a runner. This is such a hard thing, and this is a question I get a lot. Oh man, it's running. Do I sell? Do I sell? Do I sell? And they want to get the most for it. And they kind of decided they were waiting for that big jump and then they were going to get out of the stock. Well, I'm going to give some examples and I'm going to do 3 different stocks today. And I'm just going to kind of show you exactly where I think you should sell and why. So as you look at the screen, you can see there's a big run up here on job. It is really climbing. But then right there in the middle of the screen, you see that high at 249. That is a signal to me that we're getting close when I see a high of day. And once I see that, once we're in midday, I'm looking for 3 red bars. And I'm also looking for the EMA line to pass below the SMA line. So I'm looking for those kind of things. Now, yes, you will give away a little bit of the move by doing this, but that is inevitable. It is impossible, and you are not a wizard. You don't know exactly when to do it, and this will give you confidence when you see these things that it's time to get out. So the first thing we look for is high of day. So you see that right there in the center of the screen. Now we have a big red bar, a little bar, and then 2 green bars. So it's not time yet because we haven't had 3 red bars in a row. Now we see a small red bar, a non-existent bar, but you see the EMA line pass below the SMA line. Then you see another red bar. Okay, now it's time to get out. Right at 220. Yes, you gave up some of that run, but it's hard to know when the run is over. This isn't a perfect system, but it'll help you to make good decisions. Let's go to the next one. Here we go. Okay, next we have GNUS, and this one's been kind of famous for huge runs, but you got to know when to get out of this one because this one's dangerous. It can fall like crazy too. And when a stock has gotten ridiculously overbought, there are people that are going to get out, and then you're going to create a stop loss. What happens? One person sells and stop loss, and then it triggers another stop loss, then it triggers another stop loss, then it triggers another stop loss until the stock just falls to oblivion. You can't let that happen. We have a run up here that's going all the way right to 1 o'clock. And you see that high of day right there at $3.95. Okay. Now we have a big red bar, and you might be thinking, okay, that's right after the high, we had a big red bar, why didn't we sell? Well, you don't know that that's going to happen. And the reason why I wanted to show this one is this one's the hardest one to do. So if you have 3 out of 4 red bars, then it's time. Also, this has a classic reversal. I'll talk more about that here in a little bit. But you see that high there at $3.95. And then you have a big red bar. And then you have a medium-sized red bar. And then you have a little baby green bar. So that little baby green bar after those 2 red bars is signaling a reversal, which means that most likely the stock is going to go down. Don't know why it looks this way, but I'm just saying that when you see that, when you see a big red bar, and then right after that, within 1 or 2 bars, see a little tiny baby bar, and then see another red bar. That's the time to get out. That's a reversal signal. This is reversing downwards. So you see 2 reds, baby green, a red. That's the time to get out right there. You didn't get $3.95, but this keeps you from losing money and slowly bleeding out, which can definitely happen. Now this went all up and down and all over the place, but it's just a tool to help you to try to make up your mind. Usually it's not that drastic where you see it get to $3.95 and then it dropped all the way down, but that is how I do it. That's how I look at it. So the very first thing I look for is the high of day, and then I'm looking for 3 red bars that pass the SMA line. So we definitely have that. We're now below the SMA line after that second bar after that. That is a signal of a reversal, and most likely you've had your high of day and it won't happen again. Of course, there's the chance this sucker could turn around and go straight upwards. That's not normal. Also, I wanted to cover in this video how I set up my Thinkorswim, because a lot of you have been really curious about that. So I'm going to go to IKNOW and I'm going to show you how I set that up. Okay, so you can see here on IKNOW, I have the green SMA line and the red EMA line. And I had one of my subscribers say that they really want to know how I set that up. First thing I do is I touch the screen and I pull up this little jobber here. Okay, so you see this thing, you see these little bars there to the left, there at the top. I press that, and then you see the settings right next to it. That is what you want to set up right there. So you press the settings. So now we're taking a look at different things. I have candles set up, I have volumes in there. As you go on down, the intraday trades, and then I have the period set up at 1 minute. You can set it at 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. I like 1 minute. It gives you a really fast reaction. So I'll set up at 1 minute. Sometimes I'll make it 2 or 3 just to clean it up and make it to where it looks a little better. So next you come down to studies. And so here I have in the first one, simple moving average and adaptive EMA. To add or change or do anything like that, you just press this Add Edit Studies right below it. And there's all these different categories, crossovers, blah, 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 lower studies, moving averages, so on and so forth. I just use the simple moving average and the adaptive EMA. And that's how I set that up. Some people have asked me, what is the point of the red EMA line? I like seeing it past the green SMA line. That is an indicator to me that volume is behind it. And it makes it very easy for me to see those two things cross. And so it gives me a clue, like here it crosses right there, and then I see 3 red bars, bam, I'm out. If I was looking to get out of that stock at that point, that's where I would do it. Also here you can see right where the red SMA line, I'm going to kind of show you what I'm talking about. I'd like to enter, with those green 3 bars, and then you can see the red EMA line past the SMA line. Bam, that's a good point to get in. So when is a good time to get out? Well, if you were day trading this would be a terrible section to day trade because you would just break even pretty much. But you can kind of see here, okay, so I'm in there, I'm out there. You'd be like, Ray, you lost a little money. Yes, but it didn't go way down here. That is my entry point, exit point. So you can see there, 3 green bars, red EMA line passing the SMA line, bam, I'm in. And then if you have 3 red bars, bam, I'm out. Now that's if I'm day trading. So that is my method if I'm day trading. If my plan is to go long, so if this has a long catalyst that I'm waiting for, I would not day trade it. I would just keep it. And I would wait for when I felt like a good exit point was after news. I would wait for it to spike up, and then I would do as I covered earlier in this video, I would sell out. Hopefully this helps you. This is a different tool that you can use. It's so hard to make up your mind. If you see a big runner, you're like, okay, great. It's finally going. It's finally going. Well, you got to have an exit strategy, and you got to be fine with it once you make it. This is the way that I do it, and it's very technical, and because it takes the emotion out of it, which to me is very important. Hopefully this helps you. I hope to have a lot more videos like this come out in the future. Raythoven out.